Hello everyone, this is Stephanie. Welcome to another video. So there was a request by a lovely lady to do a year-end wrap-up video, and I'm happy to do that. So I have some of the things that we made, and we'll go through them really quickly. I don't want to be just a couple of talking hands the whole time, so we'll go through a little bit of it, and then I've prepared a really cool slideshow for you that I think you're just going to love. So let's just get this done, and then we can go on to the slideshow. So we really started out the year, ended last year and started out the year with all the interlace pieces, and you guys were wonderful with these interlace pieces, and I think those of you who haven't done right angle weave before, you really learned your raw, because these required a lot of raw. And then we did this sort of, I call it like a mock cubic right angle weave, because we didn't actually do cubic right angle weave. We made it flat and then we sewed it together. And I love these bangles, they're sort of my favorites. And then we did the beaded beads and the charms. We had a lot of fun with this particular pattern. So I'm really thrilled about these, and I'm so glad that so many of you made these and enjoyed them. We did, so let me pull these aside, and we'll look at a couple of other things. Then we actually did the cubic right angle weave, and we made the this bracelet and these earrings, and I have, we did this bracelet as well, the reversible bracelet, all cubic right angle weave. We have other pieces, but this was so much fun. This was a real learning experience for everybody, and I think, I think we got it, which is great. So I was really happy to do this. We'll continue more of this in the future. So these were wonderful pieces to work with too. We did these, remember we did this Summer Days necklace, and this is that made with the mini duos, and that was a lot of fun. And we did a few pieces like this. I think we did a bracelet, we did a necklace, we did some earrings, we did an ankle bracelet too. So this was a really fun summer piece to do as well. Let me move some of these guys out of the way. And then also, actually, we did this lariat. This is part of the interlace series, because we did the interlace bead here. It's a beaded bead, so there's a bead under here. And then we made this lariat necklace, and that was a lot of fun to make. And that was, in addition to the other interlace pieces. All right, so then we did, what else did we do? We did some, this is really pretty. So then these earrings, the eclipse earrings, so remember the eclipse? Everybody was so excited about the eclipse. So a very dear beading friend, Renee, designed these beautiful eclipse earrings, and she was needed somebody to do the video, so I offered to do it for her, and and she was kind enough to let me play with the design a little bit to add my little touches and such. So of course went from the eclipse earring to the full moon necklace, and then we did, here's the Corona ring. So we had that whole series going. Here's the Corona bracelet. So that was a great series to play with as well. Let's see, here we recently did this guy, and this is that Russian snake chain that we did flat, and then we turned that same Russian snake chain into a dimensional piece where the inside has got these beautiful pearls. And we did that again like we did with the interlace bangle. We made it flat and then we sewed it together. So that was like an easy way to do something like this. So that was a lot of fun. So let's see what else. I didn't take out everything. I had a very, I would say my most challenging piece of the year was the Ava bead. So Potomac Bead Company sent me some Ava beads, and that's a beautiful bead. I just looked at it and it was like, oh my God, what am I going to do with this bead? This is really a challenging bead, because it's a big bead, and when you look, and it took me a long time to figure out something to do with it, and I thought, well, let's just really showcase the Ava. So I did, and I just made it was one very, very hot summer day. I was sitting in my studio, I had the air conditioner on, and I was like, okay, I am going to play with this bead, and this is what I came up with. And I think it came out great, and I love this bead, and it's an awesome bead. So, and we did a bracelet too, which was really nice. So we did that, and then, here we have, so then just going back to the eclipse and the Corona pieces, the Corona ring, then it morphed into a Corona knot bracelet, and then a lover's knot bracelet. So this is sort of my design process. I like to sort of take a piece and then just morph it into all kinds of other pieces. And it's sort of, they turn into these sort of series of different pieces that, that all go together, or they're parts of each other. And I think that's probably the way I do most of my designing. Another thing that we did, or that I was introduced to, was the dollar bead box. And the dollar bead box has been so much fun, and this is one of the pieces we made from the dollar bead box, and we use this wrap and these beads from the dollar bead box. And I have a whole bunch of other dollar bead box pieces that I'm not going to pull out, but I just wanted to give you one example of the interesting beads that you get in the dollar bead box. Now, these aren't from the bead box, but just getting, these silk ribbons and all different kinds of focal beads and such. So that is a really cool thing, the dollar bead box. I've been having a lot of fun reviewing those boxes and making things from the boxes. So, this is just a very, very tiny sampling of what we've been doing. I wanted to just answer a few questions. Let me just grab my book here. That I have a little to-do list, so I'll give you my little to-do list. So these are some requests, and I requests. There are so many requests that it takes me a long time to get to them, but eventually I will get to probably most of them. So we're going to bezel a square, an octagon, other shapes. The Hematite Heaven shield ring is coming up, I promise. I just haven't been able to get it to fit yet. We'll do some Pondo stitches again. We'll revisit that and kind of expand on that. A Batila necklace coming up. More peyote shapes, so not just the square, we'll do the circles and triangles and, who knows what else. What else? We have an African helix stitch request coming up. It's called something else as well, and I have to learn it before I can teach you. We'll do a little more, crawl. We'll do a lot more of all this. We'll do some Russian spiral pieces. I haven't done those in a while. There's some filled netting, some other netting pieces. I'll do a video on bead finishes. That's been highly requested, is the durability and the finish. And I'm not an expert on that, but I'm going to research it a bit and see what I can come up with. And I'm going to put something together, about that. Some beaded lace pieces. That's a whole other section, a whole other animal. Beaded lace, beautiful. I want to do simple because it's, I like to keep this channel, I like to, all levels, so to speak, and some of it a little more at intermediate to advanced. But I like everybody to try everything that they like. So we'll learn some of the beaded lace stitches and kind of incorporate that into other bead weaving, so that it's, so that you have, a little of those stitches under your belt too. So it's going to be a lot of fun, doing, gathering, doing other stitches and learning how to combine stitches and learning a little beaded lace and other things. So that's all I'm going to do right now on this. I want you to know how much I appreciate you watching my channel, supporting my channel, subscribing to my channel, posting on Facebook, all your comments, your lovely messages. I feel like we all bead together. I do, and I really mean that. When I'm sitting here and making a video, I couldn't make it if I didn't think that you were going to watch it, or that you were like with me, that we're together when you're watching it. And I love that, and I want you to know how much I appreciate it and how much, joy it's brought into my life. Having you all here and having you support the channel and watch the channel, and on Facebook and in the group, Inspire Beaders group, which it's just a wonderful, wonderful group of beaders, and I really appreciate you being around. Thank you so much. Now stay tuned, because the next segment is a tribute to you. So stay tuned and watch it. Have a wonderful and safe New Year's Eve and a fabulous New Year. And I will see you in 2018, and we will be doing some really cool stuff. All right, take care.